Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist James Wall. Please welcome Edward Silver. I'm going to kick things off with...
Olá, eu sou Edgar Marcondes e estou aqui no Web Summit, a maior conferência do mundo de inovação e tecnologia. Olá, eu sou Edgar Marcondes, colaborador de conteúdo para o Fala Universities. Estou aqui com Thomas Holl, que é o CTO e fundador do Babel, um aplicativo para aprendizado de idiomas. First of all, I would like to thank you for the interview for the Fala Universities, and I would like to ask about how important is Brazilian marketing and how does it differ from the other markets, and what's your strategy for students and university students, and what's represented then on your market and the use of your app, please?
So we started 2008, so we're a pretty old company already, but still a startup. And what we've seen since the launch, that we've had quite some success worldwide. So whether that's from Germany, France, Italy, but over the US. And Brazil has always been one of the most interesting markets for us, because there is a lot of demand of like very easy to use products. So a lot of people in Brazil want to learn like English. That's the main language, but there is other demand to learn French, Italian, German as well. And so from the beginning that has been super important to us, because what we found out is it's important for us to deliver a solution that works easily and that everybody can use, and that seemed to be fit really well in Brazil.
I would like to ask, what innovation are you thinking about the future with the learning new languages, and what you see in the future for this your area and what you're creating as the new technologies?
What we've seen, I think we've come a far way in creating a digital language learning solution. So no teachers on the platform. But what we've seen more and more is that there is obviously lots of merits in having a teacher. Like if you can afford a teacher to teach you a language, that's the fastest way still to actually learn a language, because at some point you need to speak, you need to talk to someone, you need to have someone on the other side to go into that dialogue, and that is still pretty hard to replicate with an app only. Yes, you can talk, you can do crazy things around pronunciation. A lot of technology with NLP made that possible in the recent years, but still a lot of the nuances, dialects, people speaking fast, going slow, having like a different tone of voice, usually then is the point where people get messed up. And what we see for the future for us is to bring all the different methods together, whether that's having a teacher, whether that's reading a book, whether that's watching television, Netflix shows. All of the people that are learning languages are using one of those methods. Most are using multiple ones, but there is no real integration between them. So you might start with a Netflix movie, but then you're missing the vocabulary, then you start. So it's like a pretty fragmented world, and we see Babel and the future for Babel very much in bringing all of that together to have one integrated solution that is really specific to a learner's need.
I would like to share with the students that are creating their own startups. What your advice, and what was your all the way from founder until now? You have a global company and growing fast and all over the world. And what you could share with those students as an advisor, as a mentor, for them to start their own startup, and you can share a bit of your story since you begin.
Happy to do so. So one of the most important advice that I would give to myself, that's maybe the best way to start to giving advice, is probably just start doing it. I think Nike says just do it, and I think that's true for anything. If you take on a new world, a new area. For us, it was very much wanted. We all came from a music software industry, had like a huge background both on the product, technology side, marketing side, and then we wanted to start that music software company. And over a period of something like 3 months, that idea shifted and completely transformed into language learning, because one of our co-founders wanted to learn Spanish. And and there was no way that you could do that in 2007 in an online world. And so there was like the four of us who had no experience in language teaching, who had no experience in the school system, but what we always believed is that we wanted to create a product that we ourselves would love to use. So something not for the nerds, for the very special motivated ones, but really something that everybody could use. And we had the arrogance, and we didn't know what we didn't know back then. So we just got started. And I would lie if I would say it was easy all the way. We had our ups and downs as well. But I think the most important decision is really to get started in the first place.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Thomas, for your time here interviewing for the Fala Universities. And I would like to thank you because back in 2013, because in Brazil we would say Babel, but it was the first app that I used to learn English. So it was amazing because back then we didn't have any research. So I really studied a lot with your app. I would like to thank you, and you really helped lots of Brazilians and all over the world learn a new language. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.